My son became obsessed with violent movies and started showing them to classmates. My son's teacher had called me 3 times, and I called back immediately. She answered on the first ring. Can you come in tomorrow morning, before school? My heart started pounding. What's this about? I'd rather discuss it in person. I couldn't sleep that night. I kept thinking about what could be so serious she wouldn't tell me over the phone. The next morning I arrived at 7:30 a.m. Mrs. Anderson closed the classroom door behind me. Dylan has been showing other students violent content during recess. She pulled out her phone, showed me a video, grainy footage of a horror movie scene, a woman screaming, covered in blood. He's been recording these with his tablet and showing them to classmates. My stomach dropped. 3 parents have called me. 1 child had nightmares for 2 nights. I stared at the video playing on loop. Where was he even seeing this? Dylan told me his dad lets him watch scary movies when you're at work. My hands started shaking. I texted Mark immediately. Did you let Dylan watch horror movies? No response. I drove home, my mind racing. Mark was in the garage working on his bike. I showed him the video. Did you show him this? He barely looked at the screen. It's not that bad. It's just movies. He's 6 years old. He's traumatizing other kids at school. Mark laughed like I'd said something absurd. Oh, come on. They're fine. When I was his age, I watched way worse. I went straight to Dylan's room, found his tablet in his backpack. The watch history made me feel sick. The Ring, Saw, The Conjuring, all from the past 3 weeks. All watched between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Exactly when I was at my night shift. I called the school counselor. She said this was grounds for a CPS report if it continued. I confronted Mark again that evening. You need to stop this, now. He rolled his eyes. You're overreacting. He's exploring. It's normal. Normal? The school counselor said CPS could get involved. Let them. I'm not doing anything wrong. That night I waited until Mark went to bed, checked Dylan's tablet one more time. There was a new video, recorded 2 hours ago while I was in the shower. Mark and Dylan on the couch watching Scream together. Dylan giggling nervously at the screen. Mark's voice saying, see? It's just fake blood. I felt my entire body go cold. I packed Dylan's overnight bag as quietly as I could. Called my sister from the bathroom. We need to stay with you tonight. What's wrong? I'll explain when we get there. Mark appeared in the hallway when I was carrying Dylan out. Where do you think you're going? To my sister's. You're not taking my son anywhere. He moved in front of the door. I pushed past him. Dylan's still half asleep in my arms. Watch me. He grabbed my arm. I jerked away and kept walking. Got Dylan in the car. Mark stood in the driveway yelling. I drove away without looking back. At my sister's house, Dylan finally woke up fully, started crying when he realized where we were. I didn't want to watch them. I held him while he sobbed. Daddy said I had to be brave like him. You don't have to watch anything that scares you, but Daddy said only babies get scared of movies. My heart broke. Dylan had been terrified the entire time. The next morning I called a lawyer, filed for emergency custody before lunch. Mark showed up at my sister's that evening, pounding on the door. You can't just take. I have rights. I opened the door with my phone recording. You showed our 6-year-old horror movies and told him he had to be brave. 3 kids at his school are having nightmares because of what you did. His face went red. That's not abuse. The school counselor disagreed. So does my lawyer. I closed the door. Mark texted me 47 times that night. I didn't respond to any of them. The emergency custody hearing was 2 days later. Mark told the judge I was overreacting, that boys need to learn to be tough. The judge asked if he understood Dylan was 6 years old. Mark said age didn't matter. The judge granted me temporary full custody. Ordered Mark to complete a parenting course. No unsupervised visits until then. Mark's face went white when he heard the ruling. 2 weeks later, Dylan's teacher called. He's doing so much better. No more scary video. He's even sleeping through the night now. Mark completed the parenting course last month. The instructor called me afterward. Your ex-husband argued with me the entire 8 weeks. About what? He still doesn't think he did anything